Welcome back to Knitting in Our Jeans. I'm Liz.
I'm Carolyn.
And you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Tooliz for You, TOOLIZZFORYOU.
And I'm CPREDMOR on Ravelry and posting occasionally on Knitting in Our Jeans, or on Instagram as Knitting in Our Jeans. Oh well. And it's a great day. Let's see. News update. Mom is fine. Mom seems to have agreed to go down to Richmond for Christmas, so we'll be driving down on Thursday to pick her up on Friday, and she'll be at my brother's house while we stay in a hotel room because he only has so much room, as do most people, only have so much room. And then we'll be bringing her back up to her assisted living apartment on Monday, the day after Christmas, Boxing Day. And then
St. Stephen's Feast Day.
St. Stephen's Feast Day. And then we will be driving on home to New York on the Tuesday. So I've made all my hotel reservations. My brother was quite concerned that there wouldn't be any hotel room space. You have little faith.
Because I have to make mine after we finish recording this.
Yeah, so we had no problem. Except the server. The hotel servers were... Marriott server was having a bit of a hiccup. That's right. UPS is in Uniondale is having a bit of a hiccup. One of her birthday present arrived on Friday night at 10 o'clock. And it was supposed to be delivered on Saturday. Then it was supposed to be delivered today. And now they say it may be delivered tomorrow.
Well, it's a good thing it's my birthday gift and not my Christmas gift.
Exactly. And then there was a thing I bought for my mother I was going to bring down at Christmas and leave for her birthday. And now it's supposed to arrive the day we leave. So I'm thinking we won't have it in time. Oh, well.
If it does show up on Thursday, let me know.
Okay.
I could possibly drive. It depends on how bad work is that day, but I could possibly drive out and grab it.
Yeah, it's just the concern about it being on the porch and whether it would stay for several days. So just a reminder for those of you who are waiting for Christmas presents that delivery may be a bit chancy, even when it's only 4 miles away.
Yep.
They must have lost her present in the warehouse. So
it's okay. It will be found.
That's right.
I have had yarn lost for like 2-3 weeks.
Yes.
Yes. It shows up. So.
Well, I just keep getting all these
notifications
from UPS. Oh, we're going to deliver this. No, we're not. New time. Anyway, anything else new? You want to talk about the carols last night?
So for church, we decided to do some caroling to the local assisted living community, as well as to a few of our more homebound parishioners. And that was lovely. I did that. My partner and I did that with the choir, with a few members of the choir. And that was absolutely lovely. Got to see some parishioners we haven't seen in a while. One of whom just was having a grand old time. Was conducting and singing along and clapping, and so I'm glad he enjoyed it. But yeah, so we did that, and then we ended up back at the church for a potluck and a, gather around the piano and a carol sing, with other people who were there. And then we had a really good turnout, and it was really fun. It was a good time. And then today was Mom's favorite Sunday.
Yes.
Which is Pageant Sunday.
That's right. I love it. And this year we had a few cast substitutions because 2 of our shepherds were sick. We think they had the flu. So anyway, they were home, and so there was a quick cast substitution. But yeah, it was a great pageant. Certainly love it every year. And we didn't have any shining stars this year, so no kindergartners. So we have one of our ministers' wives and a couple of our parishioners had figured out how to run a pageant with the kids just doing actions and all of the story being told by carols and hymns. And so we've continued that tradition, and it really works out quite well. And the kids did a great job. We also had a miniature bell choir.
We did have a bell choir. That was lovely.
So that was great doing, what was it?
Ode to Joy.
Ode to Joy. It really was lovely. So it was a great day. And now we're doing this. So.
And we're recording early so that I can go home early, or
right.
I can go home right after dinner.
Right. Because we don't have laundry to do. Or we do.
We are starting laundry now.
Excellent.
And it's only small amounts of laundry.
Okay. That's what usually keeps them here forever.
Yes. Well, it happens.
It happens.
Laundry sometimes just takes a while.
And it's the drying.
Yes.
Yes.
It's those newfangled dryers with those, sensors.
They don't get it quite as dry as we like it.
Yeah. So you got to set it on time dry.
Yes.
So that was this weekend. I also had my company holiday party this week.
Oh, how did that go?
Very well.
Where was it?
It was at one of our new one of the locations that we're finishing up for a tenant, which is going to be a tap room. And so and it was funny because one of his, I guess, investors, coworkers, employees, I don't know exactly who, but the guy who owns it and will run it, came in with someone and they were walking through and his buddy was like, yeah, this will be a great place for holiday parties. And we were like, yeah, well, proof of concept tonight. So it went really well. And Friday was a funny day to be in the office because everyone rolled in at very different times. But anyone who's ever been in an office the day after the holiday party knows what I mean. And so that was good. And it was good to meet my coworkers' other halves. One of whom did not realize, like, he has not said a word in the fact that he and his wife are expecting a second kid. She is they're expecting their second kid any day now.
Ah.
She's like, hi, nice to meet you. And I'm like, how you doing? And she's like, any day now. Could be next week, could be the week after, could be tomorrow. And I'm like, and you're ready for it to happen? And she's like, uh-huh.
Yes.
So, yes.
Except she won't be sleeping quite as much.
So. Well, they've got a 1.5 or 2-year-old.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, who loves Elmo? That's what I know about him.
Loves that's Elmo. Right. I remember this one. Okay.
Yes. So that was good, and it was good just to meet all of their other halves and see my coworkers. Just because a lot of the time we're in projects, and so you only see the people that are on your project or right. that are in your office
so
space.
Was it a sit-down dinner?
Yes, it was a sit-down dinner. We had a bar, we had hors d'oeuvres, sit-down dinners with some desserts. It was just lovely. Just lovely.
Gifts given out?
No. Okay. Well, those who have been there for 5 years, yes.
Got it.
Speech, lovely little speech by the president of my company. And then, actually one of my coworkers, sang for us.
Oh, very nice.
Yes. He is a professionally trained and was in the national tour cast of Kinky Boots.
Wow.
So he is extremely talented.
Sounds like it.
So he sang. So it was lovely. But due to that and due to the fact that I had that wedding last weekend, so I was exhausted through most of the early part of the week, I didn't get actually as much knitting done this week as I thought I was going to.
Surprise, surprise.
I know. But I did remember to bring this sweater.
Yes.
Which is the Center Point Popover from Pearl Soho. This is in a yarn from Blue Moon Fibers, which is an alpaca blend they no longer carry. And I think it turned out just great. I'm just trying to get to a stopping point on what I'm knitting on in pattern here. So I did make it longer. So the pattern only tells you to do 2 welts under your arm. I did, I think, 13 in total. But I mean, my waist is here, and so it will It will look good with dresses. It'll also look good with jeans. I'm very excited. It's very comfortable. And I think the hood just adds a little something to it. I found the hood construction really clever.
Really?
So it's, as I turn it around on myself. So you knit it up in short rows around here. To build, back here to build up the neck. And then you do, or short rows, on the sides to build up the sides around. And then you go around back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then you do short rows and pick up each side to do that. And it was just really clever. And it worked out really well. And as you can see, I haven't woven any ends, which is fine.
Well, we know what you'll be doing.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. Again, all in all, very clever construction. And I found it not necessarily easy, but I did not find it overly difficult. And I think this is going to get a lot of wear. Because I think it'll be good for with jeans and, over maybe some dresses, just because it's a good layering piece. And with the alpaca, it is quite warm. So that's that. And that is the only thing I have finished, which I'm a little frustrated by, because I was hoping I would have a pair of socks to show you all.
Oh,
but
yes.
I think I showed you all that I finished one sock.
Yes, you did.
So I am I'm past the heel, and I'm doing the decreases on the back of the heel now of the sock. But it's also been busy on the subway this week, so I haven't been able, or had a place where I can lean. Because if I can lean, I can also knit. So that was part of it. So what have you been working on?
I have been working assiduously on my Momo tunic. And I only have this much left of the next to last of the penultimate ball of yarn. This is what I started out with after the second sleeve with these. So they were equal size. So as soon as I finish this, then I start the knit one, purl one, the ribbing, I think, and just do the ribbing until I run out of yarn. Because, whoops, as usual, I've dropped my yarn. Let me find where I put the marker. Well, actually, my plan is to go 3 inches from the yellow marker. And I think I'm at 2 inches now. So if I make 3 inches before I end that ball of yarn, then I'm just going to finish that ball of yarn and stockinette stitch. If I haven't hit 3 inches when I finish the ball of yarn, I will go at least 3 inches until I do the knit one, purl one. Because I really do want to use as much of this yarn as possible. Yeah, I mean, for some reason last night I figured out how much yarn is in one row, and it's 5 nose to fingers, so which is about a yard. So it's about 5 yards in a row. And I can't remember really why I did that. I think it was, but when I get to the knit one, purl one, I'm gonna have to do it again.
Well, so because you were gonna probably weigh this, determine how much yardage is left in that, and then I wasn't
actually doing it that well. I was figuring out that if I knew how much I needed in yardage when I got to the end of a ball, I could do the five arm lengths and see if I had enough for another row.
Oh, okay.
That was it. But of course, anything done in stockinette stitch is not the same yardage as you need in knit one, purl one. So
correct.
I'm not really sure why I took the time to do that.
When did you do that?
It was yesterday at some point.
What kind of some point? Was it before caroling or after caroling?
Before.
Before, okay.
It was in the afternoon.
Oh, then yeah, I can't help you.
I don't know. So anyway, but I did it, so now I know, and that's a rough estimate for the Knit One Purl One.
Yeah.
So this is what I've been working on. It looks like I may be able to wear it for Christmas.
Oh, look at you.
Yes. So I'm really pleased with that because I really do want to get some of my other I need to clear up around the sofa.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting a little
I understand.
population heavy down there.
Yeah.
And the desk is filling up again too. So I've had a misfortune. I've lost the keys to my mother's apartment somewhere in the house. I can remember thinking, I'm going to put this in a really good place.
Great.
Yeah.
That's the kiss of death.
That is the kiss of death. So I've got to rip the house apart. Probably starting, if not tomorrow, then Tuesday. I know your father's got a couple doctor's appointments, and then we've got a funeral to go to. So I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. It's one of the people one of the family members of someone from the club.
Okay. If you all couldn't tell what that tone of voice was, oh goodness, wait, am I supposed to know who this is?
No.
Do I have to go?
No, you don't have to go. But I'd like to have it before we go away for Christmas. So
yeah, you should at least have it with you.
Well, I should, because we're supposed to go by her apartment and pick up photo albums. So
oh yeah,
I don't know. I found my old, I think, magnetic card. I'm not even sure that works.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever. So I may also put the key on my key ring. It's so confusing. So we'll figure this out. But the tunic is the only thing I've really been working on. So what else have you been working on?
So I've been working on a secret project, which I still can't tell you all about. But I will be able to tell you all about it probably next week. And then I have what is in my hands right now, which is the poetry pullover. I am still in the yoke increases. It has a very long chart for the yoke. It's like a 50-row chart. And I'm on, I think, 38.
Oh, well, you're making progress.
I am. The thing is I do need the chart with me because it is memorizable as you're knitting the one, but not really
the progression.
Because it seed stitches in a diamond pattern. So it seed stitches in that diamond pattern, but the diamond switches off its location, and for me it's hard to remember which, like,
of course.
You're just like, seed stitch is difficult for me sometimes. So when it's not just seed stitch this entire row, that I can do. So yeah, I am currently on row 38. So I've got out of 53. So we'll see. You know, I was hoping maybe I could get this done by end of year. Probably not, if I'm still not at the sleeve separation. But it's good to have goals. Good to have goals. So just keeping that moving along. But other than that, I've been imagine-knitting. So planning and imagining my knitting.
Well, I've got the cast on everything.
Yeah.
And I already have cast on everything. Mm-hmm. So I need to hold back and finish something. Let's finish everything. Which is
much more difficult.
Much more difficult. Absolutely much
Takes way more time.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
Yes. Did you get anything in the mail?
I did.
Okay, what did you get?
So I got I forgot to bring that. Darn it. So I purchased some plied fingering weight mill ends during their Black Friday or their Wednesday before Thanksgiving sale. And so I have some of that fingering weight at home. It was
different
just too
colors?
pretty. Yes, I got 3 skeins of 2 different colors. So it's like 600 yards of each. I was like, hey, I can make a striped something, or I can use it as a main color, or they're all beautiful. I think one is a purple blended with black, one is a red blended with black, and one is either a blue or a green blended with black. Can we tell that I went for the dark, moody colors as per usual? But the other craft thing I bought a lot of during the sales was cross-stitch fabric and cross-stitch patterns.
Oh, wow.
So I discovered Witch's Garden Crafts, who does hand-dyed fabric, and they also have some designs of their own, and this sparkly green is actually for their Cryptmas patterns, and so I got the patterns and I got the fabric, and I've been meaning to work on them and gift them to people, but we'll see if that actually happens this year, or if people are gonna get them for like Epiphany. We'll see. Yeah. Or if it's a next year gift. I'm
thinking next year, but
yeah, it's just because the secret project happened.
Yeah.
So I got this,
That's
which
really
is
pretty.
sparkly, and it's 11 count. I should be able to make 9 4-inch hoop ornaments out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have the patterns. And then I got a grab bag of hand-dyed fabric. I also got more from her, but it's at my apartment currently. So I can't remember if I showed this to you all or not, so I apologize if I have not. If I have, and I'm repeating myself. I think this was actually a free sample that came with the sparkles.
Nice.
But I think it's a 16 or an 18 count. I think that's what I think I got the 16 or the 18 count set of fabric, all of different sizes. It was guaranteed that you would get at least 2 large pieces and then a handful of small. So then there's this beautiful bright green, which is another small piece. There's this beautiful stormy,
that's gorgeous,
purple gray.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this lavender, which is showing up more gray, but it's a lavender.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
And this is
stunning. This is stunning.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know what this is going to become, but it's going to become something. And I think it's going to become something that is all one color. I think it might end up being, something very, maybe not simple per se, but it will maybe it'll be a gradient.
Yeah.
Maybe it can be done in all grays kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fabric is just gorgeous. This is very pretty as well.
I like that too.
I do too. And then this is a good standard taupe. So I just, I increased my stash, so we'll see if I actually get more stitching done this year. I'm hoping to, but I was hoping to last year, and that didn't happen.
Right.
So we will see. It's just hard because cross-stitch doesn't travel as well as knitting does for the subways and things.
No.
So.
And I find that I fall asleep with it on the boat. So I don't know. I don't get much done on the boat because the boat puts me to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I try to concentrate on anything, and my eyes just kind of go. And with cross-stitch, that could be more dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, knitting needles could be dangerous too, but
yeah,
it's one of those things. I have gotten nothing.
Oh, and I got my Pinup Girl Black Friday order.
Ah, very nice.
This was one of them. I got a new skirt, a new top, I got this dress, and I got another new dress.
Very nice.
Yes. Very, very
Very
pleased.
nice. I got nothing in the mail this week.
I
don't think. Yeah, no. I mean, other than new order of peanut butter, new order of, all kinds of things that I was running out of. I was going to start wrapping yesterday, but then we had the
Carolyn?
meltdown of I can't find my mother's keys.
No.
Which is still unfound, so obviously I'll have to start wrapping maybe tonight or tomorrow. But just about everything's in-house, so that's good. And I just need to wrap it, get it so we can pack it. Mom is going to travel with her walker and her wheelchair, so I'm thinking I may pack 2 backpacks. And then just some knitting and be done with it. Because the backpacks can fit around rather than a suitcase.
I was going to say, or drop a suitcase off at my place.
Yeah, but I have to still get it back. So the 2 backpacks will certainly carry underwear. I can do a minimum makeup because we're not going anywhere. Other than to church, I'm not even sure I'm going to church because getting Mom into church will be an event and a half. Yeah,
I wouldn't mind that.
What, getting her in?
No.
Not getting her in. Yeah. She's not really mobile at the moment. So it depends on how adventuresome my brother wants to be. So minimal, I think I'll take the small insert out of my makeup bag and make sure I have my toothbrush, toothpaste, and so not a whole lot. A couple sweaters so that can go in the other my other backpack, and really, that's about it. Nice. So I think I could actually go with 2 backpacks. And
well, if there's anything that you...
Yes, we will. I'll keep that in mind, I promise. But I think that I can go pretty light. Our hiking sticks are in the car, so I want to have the shoes I have on, which are my relatively good shoes, and then a pair of hiking boots, and that's about it. So that's the story. I think it's a pretty light story, but I think we've got things somewhat under control. If I had my mother's keys, I'd have everything. So
yeah, and I'm kind of glad you're not wrapping gifts right now, because I need to use the kitchen table to maybe cut out a new bag, because my bag is dying.
Oh, really? The one we worked on?
The
backpack?
My backpack that we made like 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
It's dying. Was it 2 years ago or was it last year? It might have been last year. But I'm hard. I am hard on my bags. So
all right. Well, you work on that. I'm gonna take a nap. And then I guess we'll do Takeout Sunday. Yep. Because your father had a conniption when I did Cooking Sunday last Sunday.
Hi.
If we do, I thought he had complained about Takeout Sunday.
He complains about Takeout Sunday, but he also then complains about dishes if we cook for Sunday. So we can't win.
There's no winning. So I said, all right, Takeout Sunday. So we'll see. I think I'm going to actually make a salad. So I'll sidestep the whole thing.
Sushi?
You can do sushi. I think I'm going to do a salad.
Okay.
Which is what I'm in the mood for. So anyway.
With that, I think it's time to weave in those ends, and we'll talk to you all probably next week.
Probably, yeah, because
we'll be at the hotel.
Stay at the hotel, and we can get together and do a thing.
Yeah.
And I'll either be wearing my tunic or have it in my lap, madly finishing. Yeah. All right, guys. Happy holiday season. Hanukkah starts today.
Happy Hanukkah, yes.
Happy Hanukkah. Anybody else? Can't think of anything. If anybody else is having another themed holiday, please let us know. And
I think there are 17 in the month of December. So, yeah, we're missing something.
I obviously. So, let us know.
Yeah.
And
hope you have a happy one.
Yeah, and I hope you get through it with as little stress as possible.
Yes.
That would be good. All right, guys. We'll see you.
See you later.
Right, bye-bye.